Hello and welcome to our channel. This is Obi the Cockatiel and my name is Stacey, and today we are finally here to talk all about Obi. Now, Obi I adopted back in July from the bird store. He was dropped off at the bird store by an older lady who was not able to take care of him anymore, and they do not know how old he is. Now, he has to be, at least as of July last year, he had to be at least about a year old because he does have his mature coloring on him. He's a normal gray cockatiel, and typically a normal male cockatiel doesn't get their fully bright yellow face and adult coloration like he's got until they're about 12 months old or so. So he's at least a year and a half old, possibly older, and it just goes to show that birds really are long-term commitment. So that's something that you really do need to take into consideration when you're looking at a bird, is that you could have that bird for several years. Cockatiels can live up into their 20s. I've even seen some on Facebook groups that live to be like 30. Some of them unfortunately don't get to live quite that long. However, there is the potential that they can live to be that long, so you really should anticipate that. When I got Obi, he was on pellets and seed. He took to Rowdy Bush pellets right away, so I'm not sure if that's what they fed him originally, but he really likes his Rowdy Bush pellets. I feed him the crumble size because that's the same size as Brett and Peppy get. He also gets some of the Golden Feast Australian blend from time to time. It's a seed mix that has some healthy things in it. And then he also likes a sprinkle of dried egg food on his food, as well as he actually also likes actual scrambled eggs as well, right? He does really want to be social with the other birds. Cockatiels are very social, so it doesn't surprise me. But with everything that happened with the avian gastric yeast, I did have to keep him separate from the other birds. We should be getting the final results any day now as far as our third test, so hopefully we'll get the third test results soon and then he can fully integrate with them. But he just really wants to get to hang out with them. The only thing is Brett and Peppy, they're not super social. They're with each other, but they're not necessarily best friends or anything. I have never seen them preen each other or anything like that. They seem to kind of stick to their own little area. Other than when Brett follows Peppy around and sings to him, they really don't interact very much. Obi is only semi-tame, so I'm not sure how much handling and training that he got in his original home. So sometimes he'll let me pick him up. He'll always let me pick him up if he falls onto the floor. He'll actually walk all the way across the living room to me and let me pick him up. So I know he doesn't completely hate me, because if he hated me, he wouldn't walk over to me to let me pick him up. So it just kind of depends on how he's feeling. Something that was really sweet that he did was when Archie originally passed away, when Obi would sit with me and hang out with me and I would watch TV, he would snuggle kind of on my chest area, kind of here, which is where Archie snuggled a lot. And he let me give him scritches and head kisses just like Archie used to. So the first time he let me do that, I kind of teared up because it reminded me so much of Archie. He looks like a headless cockatiel right now. Obi, you look like a headless bird. What are you doing? Are you preening? I think he's molting. You got a little feather there? Huh? So yeah, like I said, he's semi-tame. He'll let me hold him sometimes. Other times he doesn't want anything to do with me, so I just kind of let him do his own thing. He does do pretty well in the unboxing videos that we've done in the past. If you haven't watched those are in the unboxing section of my channel. He doesn't talk or say any words, but he does like to make a lot of noise. He is pretty vocal. He doesn't really sing any songs necessarily. He has kind of his own song that he sings, but it's nothing specific. It's just kind of what he's feeling, I guess. So he does make kissy noises, but he doesn't say any words and he doesn't whistle any particular songs, but he is pretty vocal. Yeah, is that a fluffer? Oh, I forgot to mention this earlier. So his name with his original home was Borealis, like Aurora Borealis. I have no idea how they came up with that name. I mean, the Aurora Borealis is a very beautiful thing to see, but I just thought it was a weird name for a bird. So I changed it, and it took me a little while to figure out a name because all of my birds' names end in a long E sound. So Jackie, Evie, Peppy, there was Archie. So all of their names ended on a long E except for Brett, because I couldn't change his name because he knew how to say his name. So he's just kind of like the odd one out. So I was trying to think of names that ended in a long E. And then the Obi-Wan Kenobi show had come out on Disney Plus sometime last year. And I've always really liked Star Wars and the character Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I thought that that was a cute name. So his name is Obi, but sometimes I do call him Obi-Wan Kenobi. But generally speaking, his name is just Obi. So I thought it was a very cute name for him. Yeah? Do you like it? Do you like it better than Borealis? And he doesn't seem to mind that his name has changed, so what do you think, Obi? Sometimes he'll let me give him scritches. Sometimes he'll ask for them. But a lot of times when he asks for scritches, when I actually go to give him a scritch, he will like nip at me or hiss at me and act like he doesn't want it. So it's kind of funny, like he can't make up his mind on if he wants head scritches or not. So he does get a little jealous when he sees Brett and Peppy get head scritches. But then when I go to give him his own head scritches, he acts like he doesn't actually want it. So I don't know what he wants sometimes. He's just indecisive. He does like to play with toys. He has a toy that's basically like a big piece of cardboard that sits on the side of his cage that we got from Hoot and Holler Bird Toys, and that's one of his favorite toys. I did also get him a Vine Star toy for Christmas, and he seems to really like that toy. And then he does like the little suitcase toy that we got in a feathered fun box and off a Parrot Station in one of our unboxing videos. And then he does also enjoy his cuddle bone as well. He was clipped when I got him, but I am planning on letting him grow his flight feathers back out. So they are grown out quite a bit. They're just not fully grown out just yet. He is in a large cage by himself. I just don't think that the cage that Brett and Peppy are in is necessarily big enough for 3 cockatiels. They would probably be okay in there. I just don't think that I would want to house them together because I just think it would be a little bit too tight. He seems to do okay in a cage by himself. I think he will enjoy being able to be social with them when he's out of the cage. But he does have a very large cage with a play top on top of the cage. I'll put a picture up of his cage here. Do you want to scream? Good boy. Good boy. We're getting there. Like I said, I know he doesn't hate me or anything. I love him. He's a very nice bird. I'm very glad that I got him. And he will definitely have a forever home with me. Anyways, I'm going to keep working with Obi and try to tame him a little bit more. But I don't want to force him to do anything he doesn't want to. So I do try to let him kind of figure things out on his own and do as he pleases. But we are working together so that I can try to tame him a little bit more. So we're just kind of taking it slow and we'll get there. Birds aren't necessarily gonna be able to be tamed immediately. Sometimes it does take a long time. So even though I've had him for about 5 or 6 months, he's still not fully tame, and that's okay. We're just gonna keep working at it because not every bird is just gonna be able to be tame right away. And I hope to have him in more videos, and I hope that you guys enjoyed meeting him. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can join our flock and support us. We would greatly appreciate it. And we will see you next time.